Hi everyone, happy Wednesday, happy coming back to my live. I know I haven't been here the last 2 weeks, so I'm excited to be back and to share with you today some helpful everyday wellness tips. Also, I have an update and sharing more about my yoga mat designs and a little bit more about gratitude practice and also meditation practice and exciting news about how I'm a meditation teacher in training, and I will share a little bit more about that and also the free classes that I will be offering soon. I know that I had a bunch of questions, so I brought them along with me. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining in today. And I brought along the questions that you guys had about meditation practice and about my mats, and then I'm just sharing a few other things that are helpful that I find every day that helps to keep me feeling grounded, and especially my gratitude practice, which has been a tremendous helpful tool in my everyday wellness for the last few years, and especially over the last year. I know if you've been following me for a while, I experienced a very sudden loss to someone who's very special to me. And having this gratitude practice, meditation, and all these tools have really, really helped me so much in the last year of my life. And even though I was practicing it before, it really just has shifted so much of my energy and being so grateful for so many things in my life. So I love to share that, and also about my meditation practice and a few other tips. Thank you so much for joining in. Hi everyone. Hi. So today, I guess I'll start out with my yoga mats because I have shared them a bunch of times before, and I'm sure most of you know, but if not, I actually used to own a bunch of clothing stores, and I used to sell a lot of products in there, and I also designed a lot of them. And then my life kind of shifted, and I got all into the health and wellness field and yoga and meditation on my own personal wellness journey, and then now I share this with everyone here on my Instagram and with my clients. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining in. And if you have any questions, always leave them below, or if you're watching this at a later time, you're welcome to leave them below and DM me, whatever you'd like. So my yoga mats, they are actually made in the USA. They're non-toxic, and they are free from BBAs and phthalates and all that kind of junk, and they are thick, which is awesome, especially when you're practicing yoga, or you can use this mat for really any kind of workout. And all of the designs, actually, when I designed them, for myself, this mat is called the Bali Bliss mat, and it is just a reminder to take some time to step into the flow and move your body, because I know when I was transitioning my wellness journey, movement yoga was such a great process for me into just being present. And every day I just decided to roll out my yoga mat, and I was going to do some yoga, and it inspired me to create my own yoga mat line. And these are like I wish that you guys could see them in real life, but they're actually really thick, which is a nice thing to have when you are working out, doing yoga, Pilates, any kind of workout. And I just really, when I was creating them, hello, happy Wednesday to you too. My biggest thing is I was designing them with intention. I wanted to create these pretty mats with designs so that it would inspire someone to roll it out. Because sometimes when you start your day and you think of all the things that you have to do and all the places you have to go, what I have found is you take a few moments and you kind of just get settled and grounded, rolling out your mat and doing some yoga or movement or stretching or Pilates. It really does help to shift your energy and kind of allow you to be more present in everything that you're doing, which in return, you end up getting so much more done, and you're not wasting energy and time worrying about all the stuff that you're doing. It's just amazing how these practices have really just kind of, they've definitely helped me along my wellness journey. And this other one over here, so these are back in stock. There's a link in my bio if you'd like to shop them. And as always, if you'd like to message me, I'm happy to go live with you individually, and I could show you them in great detail, because it's kind of sometimes hard to see. But that is the Bali Bliss. This one is actually one of my favorites because it's pink and green, and it has has the flowers, but also so is this one. And this is the Transformation Lotus Mat. And the thing about like transformation when I was creating this is because the lotus flower is grown deep in the muddy waters, and usually when we're going through any kind of transformation or change, it's if we're doing these things every day and sometimes we are not seeing results or we feel like we're not getting anywhere, and then all of a sudden if you just be consistent, you keep up doing those small daily practices, in time you will see the transformation, because you will now become that thing that you're working on all the time. And that was really my yoga mat. I had designed this one specifically for myself because I just wanted to remind myself of the transition that I had gone through, and I created this yoga mat, and I started bringing it to my yoga classes, and all these people kept asking me about it, and that's when I moved on to creating it as a business. And they are back in stock, and like I said, they're made here in USA. They are non-toxic, they're eco-friendly, they're nice and thick, and I absolutely just love it, and I am so glad that I can share this with you guys. If you do have any questions, you can definitely message me. But yeah, if you want to take a look from the side here, it has a nice thick consistency. And there's also like this, when you're stepping on it, you feel like you're very grounded, but you can be mobile at the same time as well. And I just am a big believer in movement is so essential every day, and especially if you could start your day with some movement. And it doesn't have to be like an hour-long yoga class or work out at the gym or something. It's just get your body moving, and it allows your mind to move. And sometimes when we have so much going on, if you just take those few minutes to get grounded, you become calm and centered, and then you're able to just really take on your day and be more present, get more done. It's amazing how the effect is the opposite when you take a little time for yourself. It really is so helpful. So those are the yoga mats, and if you have any questions, be sure to DM me. And then the few other things that I just wanted to share is that I was sharing yesterday with my posts, and I do a lot about gratitude. And I'm just a big believer in a daily practice of gratitude. It really does help to shift your energy to being grateful for all the amazing things that you have in your life. I know that we're always like so busy, so many distractions, so much going on, and when you take a few moments just to even be grateful for a few things, and you start thinking about them, or maybe you write them down, you start to realize there's so many things in your life that you're grateful for. And the more that you practice that, and it just makes you feel better, and you just feel so grateful and blessed for everything that you do have in your life, because we do have a lot of stuff. And even when we're going through very difficult times in our lives, that we all go through them, just really focusing on the good things in your life and having gratitude. I know from my own experiences, it has definitely helped my journey in healing, and I love to just share that. And I've shared this before as well, the 5-minute journal. I know a lot of you have it. I had it for the longest time too, and I didn't always use it and pull it out and use it every day. But once I started to, it really made such a big difference. And what I really like about this one as well is because you will write about like what you're grateful for, and then also maybe set intentions. It asks you a question like, what would make today so great? So I feel as though when you're doing that, it's like you're setting intentions, like you're setting your day up for success. Like you're saying, these good things are gonna happen, I feel great. And you can also write in daily affirmations, and having just this daily practice, it really does set you on the path to really just creating the life that you want, and also just being so grateful for all the little things. And then what's really cool too is that at the end of the day, that you can write down the 3 amazing things that happen. And sometimes we just like go through our day. I know for myself, I start my day very grounded, and all these intentions, and then I go through my day, and there's just like all this stuff that goes on. And having this evening touch-based gratitude practice, which I do a lot when the sun sets, and I love watching the sunset, and it's my gratitude time, and I think about things in my life. And as I shared earlier with the sudden loss of someone very special to me last year, I used this book too in a way that I would write like 3 things down that I was grateful for that I shared with my dad, and it really helped me to just, sometimes especially there, when you're feeling sad, when you focus on gratitude and having gratitude towards everything that you've had, it really does help. And I wanted to share that because if you're going through something like that, or you have whatever it means for you in your life, when we focus on, even though when things are very hard and you're going through a very trying time, having this sense of gratitude towards what you have and things, I have found it really, really helps me so much. And I wanted to share that with you, and also give it a try. Just even start. It doesn't have to be this whole big thing. You don't have to get the book. You can just write it on a piece of paper, but I'm a big believer in actually writing things down, because it really just gets it out of your head onto paper, then you can see it again, and it just makes the whole experience even that much more impactful. So I wanted to share that with you guys again as well. Or if you do have this and you haven't used it, maybe bring it out and start using it, practicing gratitude and living in gratitude daily and moments by moment. It really is such a game changer. It is something that over the last few years I started focusing on, and it really has shifted so much and so many things in my life, and I love to share that. And sometimes, like, maybe you want to use these other tools, like maybe your gratitude could be about like crystals or picking up stones and things like that. And if you follow me too, I always go to, I actually brought, if you are here in New Jersey and you're down by the Lavalette area, there's Salted Gem. I love this store so much. It has awesome amount of crystals and stones in there, and like all kinds of stuff. And Dot and her husband, they own the shop, and they're so sweet and such great people, and I love just going in there. And I know every time I share it on my stories, everyone's like, oh, I love that place, where is it? So if you are down in Lavalette, you could definitely check this out. This is not an ad or anything. I just personally love sharing the things that have helped me and that I do every day in my life. So even picking up stones, and if you go in there they will have like all of the stones, and then they also have little sheets of paper that show you what the crystals or the stones are about. So if there's a specific thing you're looking for, like either abundance or healing, whatever it is, they have so much in there, and definitely check it out. So even if you just like kind of carry one of these in your purse, or leave one on your desk, like every time you look at it, it could be a reminder of gratitude and all the things that you're grateful for in your life. And just looking at them or having these things around always just kind of shifts your energy and focus onto just being more present and calm, and that bring you that feeling of joy. And it can be something very simple like that. And then I also have my meditation cushion. This I've shared before as well. I did get this on Amazon. It is filled, I think, with buckwheat, or I think that's what it's filled with, but this is organic cotton. I know recently when I was looking at it, it was not in stock anymore. I'm not sure if it's back in stock, but I'll leave all the links in my stories if you'd like to check them out, or you could shop my Amazon page or the links, or you can message me and I'll send it to you. I really love this particular one, and also I like having it out in my living room. It just also gives me that feeling of taking that few minutes out of your day to just get calm and centered. And I have been practicing meditation for like 20 years, for so long. I actually started meditation back when I was, when I had my retail clothing stores. I was like a stressed out entrepreneur, working all the time, and I really found the practice to be very grounding. It was definitely more before I started really getting into my yoga practice and becoming yoga certified. I was practicing meditation every morning. It was definitely a way for me to like reduce stress, and I found also over time that it also helps me to feel more creative and to be more present in all the things that I was doing, instead of having like scattered brain throughout the day. And that's the thing about the meditation, is that when you're practicing meditation on a daily basis, it really does affect how your day, like it's not necessarily what you're doing at the time. It allows you to become more present, so you're not like reactive to everything in your life. And when I started doing it, I started realizing and seeing how impactful it was with the decisions that I was making on my creativity and it was definitely reducing my stress of all my responsibilities, and I started to feel just definitely more grounded throughout the day, and I just committed to doing it every day, every morning, and I still to this day. And the one thing that I always share is that meditation is a practice. So it's something that you do every day, and some days I feel like I have a nice meditation practice, and other days it's just all over the place, but it's really about being consistent, and it's those little things. It allows you to take this time to just be calm and take a few moments for yourself. It's like a form of self-care and self-love, especially now, because in these days there's just so much going on all the time. There's like so many places we have to go. There's so many people we have to get back to. There's so many things that we have to be involved in. And allowing ourselves to really take this time out of your day, even if it's for a few minutes, whatever it could be for you, or when you start, however it is, to taking some time just to be still and to go in and just even focusing on your breath. That is just a form of meditation. And that the thing too with meditation is that it's for everyone. It doesn't matter, what you do, what you're using it for. It just is something that you can do. All you need is yourself and to be comfortable and close your eyes. And there are definitely all different types of meditation as well. So you have to kind of find what works for you. But I always like to go back to saying that it is a practice, and it's something that you do every day, and it's not perfect, and it's not about that your mind is going to stop. It's about allowing yourself to get calm and centered. It really helps to reduce anxiety. It also helps to lower blood pressure. There is just lower cortisol levels. There's just so many amazing benefits that you get from practicing this meditation practice every day. And there is all different types, so everyone is different. I have practiced all different kinds of meditations, and sometimes they change just like everything else. Like sometimes it's working for a while, then shifts, and something else will work better for a period of time. But I just really love to inspire and invite you to give it a try. It's really such a beneficial practice to have in your everyday life. It really allows you to take those few minutes that you take. It allows your body to get calm, your mind to start being calm, so then you can witness and feel the space in between your thoughts. And that's where you're allowed, not necessarily while you're doing the meditation, but as you're going through your day, you will start not reacting to things. You're more present between things that are going on, and you're more present, and your present awareness starts to enhance, and you can start making different choices and decisions. And that's really how you start creating your future and whatever it is that you're looking to do. And it just overall has definitely allowed me to feel a lot more calmer, because I definitely could be someone who's always moving around and really busy and all that kind of stuff. But even though that is my personality or the way I am, I still have this centered calmness to me that I really contribute highly to my meditation practice. Also yoga, and also everything else, like I share here on Wellness with Missy, is that it is about holistic wellness. So it's not only about eating whole food, plant-based foods, but it's also nourishing your mind and your body and your spirit, all the good stuff as well. You can be eating all the kale in the world, but if you're living a very stressed out lifestyle and all of that, it's not going to have the same effects. It's really about making sure you're getting proper good night's sleep, that your stress levels are down, that you're eating the whole food, plant-based foods, the way that you're eating, being mindful of when you're eating, and sitting down and really being grateful for the food that is come your way, and chewing your food and being present, moving your body, having really great relationships too, like positive ones, surrounding yourself with people that inspire you and you inspire them, is just really all part of holistic wellness. And I know for myself, especially after I was studying at IIN, which I've shared before, it was a total game changer in my life, because it really taught me about holistic wellness. Like, it's not just about the foods that you're eating, but it's the way that you're living, the relationships that you're having, what you're doing for your career, or your sleep patterns, how you talk to yourself. All of those things play such a role. And all these tools and these little things I was sharing today, they are just part of my daily wellness practice, lifestyle, because what I found out is it became a lifestyle, like focusing on living a healthy lifestyle with all these pillars of wellness is what really contributes to having overall well-being. And I know for myself, I transformed into that. I wasn't always living like that. I was definitely not by any means, but over time, committing to these small things every day, they have brought me to being here. And I really just love to share, help, educate, inspire you to create your own kind of holistic wellness lifestyle for yourself, because everyone is different, and what works for one person doesn't work for the other one. So it's kind of just taking these bits and pieces that I share or other people share and creating something that works for you. And the way you're going to find out what works best is just by trying those things every day. And like I said earlier, it can change here and there. So I hope that you found this to be helpful and inspiration in some way. If you have any questions, you could message me. I will also be sharing two things that will be coming up soon. Is the first, I will be doing the free meditation classes, because I'm a meditation teacher in training, and part of my teaching training is to teach people about meditation. So it will probably be a 4-day class, and I will leave the details on my stories. And also, if you're a member of my plant-based lifestyle channel, if not, join it. I share there as well, whatever works for you. But that will be sometime soon, those dates. And then the other thing is that in September, I think about the middle of September, I will be doing my 5 days to better health challenge again. And that will consist of 5 days of wellness, holistic wellness, from breath work, meditation, eating whole food, plant-based foods, moving your body, and all that kind of fun stuff. I know when I did it before in the past, everyone was so excited and we had such a great time. I have definitely evolved it a bit, and it will be free. It will be sometime, I think, like the 3rd week of September. So I will be sharing that too as well soon, and I will leave a link in my bio and also my stories if you'd like to join us. And that's about it. Does anyone have any questions? Well, thank you so much for everyone that was able to join me today. I'm so grateful. I'm sending lots of love and light, and I will see you guys next week on my live. Bye, everyone.